The therapist's task is not to give advice, but to help people discover their own wisdom.
Pack it in, Ant.
Irvin
We're
D.
not that
Alum.
type of channel. Roll the intro.
Everyone, welcome to Off the Couch, a brand new channel for you, the public, and for all you budding therapists out there. I'm Ant, and
I'm Shelley.
we are two counsellors looking to bring a brand new channel featuring mental health, therapy, a lot. Yeah? Tell us a bit about yourself, Shell.
So I met Ant back in 2014. We went on our training together. So we spent 4 years training together. It was 4 years, wasn't it?
For long
Yeah,
years.
four long
Yeah.
years. 4 years of me, Ant. So we did 4 years of training, and then since then we've both got different experiences. So a lot of my experience has been working in schools with primary and secondary age children, as well as in private practice and working in an addiction centre. What about you, Ant? Why don't you tell us about your experience?
Yeah, like you said, we train together, mostly in integrative therapy, so person-centered counselling with a bit of CBT sprinkled on top, but we'll save that jargon for later. Then joined you at the addiction centre. Didn't I all those years later, or
Yep, no, I
did you
joined
join
you.
me?
I joined you. I went on your
You showed me,
recommendation.
yeah, yeah, followed me again. And then we parted ways and went into our own little private therapy, didn't we? But then I ended up in working in the NHS and some experience working in the NHS, where I then went on to work in low intensity CBT and something called counselling for depression, which again, I'll probably explain a bit more later down the line. So yeah, that's a bit about us. So what we're going to cover up in the channel is a big thing we're going to do is analysing film and TV, especially mental health and therapy in TV and film, because Shell, we've seen some pretty shoddy examples, haven't we, throughout the years?
There's been quite a few, yeah. Cardigan over the shoulders,
Small steps is fine.
not paying attention.
I hate to think I've upset her in some way, or if she just doesn't love me anymore.
Don't worry about it.
Things that are just not representative of what it is or what it's like to attend therapy.
Yeah, we're going to do quite a large emphasis on horror as well, because believe it or not, Shell and I are massive horror buffs.
We are.
And we feel that there's some really good comparisons, stories throughout horror in the years. Even Pennywise, the clown, has succumbed to mental health, hasn't he, Shell?
All right, no, look, he was stabbed eventually, but yes, I get what you're saying, destroyed with bad words. Yes, I get it.
He was killed because of low self-esteem. Let's be fair. Let's be fair.
All right, I mean, maybe that, went towards it, but it wasn't the final blow, all right?
Well, we'll say that for later, guys. And we're also going to do a lot of work on kids, aren't we, Shelley? Tell us a bit about what you want to feature.
Yeah, so I mean, it's tough being a parent, and like we said before, we want to aim this at everybody, but trainee therapists, and it could be for people working in schools, parents, things like that, working with children. So I'm going to go over some of the tools and techniques, and exercises that we can use with children, that might be useful to use at home to help with emotional regulation and things like that.
Yeah, sounds great. I'm also going to feature mental health news as well, because let's face it, there's a lot of news week to week featuring your mental health, our mental health, funding, whatever, therapy. We need to talk about it, and we'll hopefully
Yeah.
try and break down some pretty, sometimes jarring, scary stories as well. Because let's face it, we're living in a world of a lot of fear right now. We want to try and normalize some things for you. And finally, we want to cover something called experience. So we want to get to know you and what it means to be you, and particularly hobbies, passions, beliefs, religions. We want to know what it's like to be an avid football fan, a royalist, a peg collector. You know, we want to cover it. We want to cover it all. So that's what we've got coming on the channel. And ultimately, guys, we want to create a community. We want to hear your feedback, your stories of mental health, your experiences of therapy. We want to hear it all. And we want to try and create a safe space where you can come along and we can all just share and hopefully support each other.
Yeah, we
Rachel?
want to hear what people think. What would they like us to explore? What is there anything they want to ask a therapist? All those kind of things. So there's no taboo questions or anything like that here.
No taboo. I like it. I like it. And yeah, we want to hear your suggestions as well, because even though we watch a lot of TV and film, we've got some weak areas. There's always some things that always slip through the net, aren't there? I mean, you were telling me about some crappy show called Age Gap Love, was it?
No, I was not. It's Married at First Sight. Get it right, Anne. And just because you don't like it, don't mean it ain't good, all right?
I can't keep up with all these pairing shows these days. But anyway, please like and subscribe because we've got some good content coming your way. And please watch this space for our next drop. Thanks, everyone. See you soon, yeah?
Take care.